Hi children. In this class we are going to discuss about the questions which are appeared in your textbook. Related to that questions, before going to discuss about those questions, so let us recall what we have learned about the temperature conversion and also the quantities which are appearing in our daily life with their units and the symbols. Here is one chart is there which help us to observe or which help us to know about the quantities, their unit and symbol. See, temperature, the unit of temperature is a Kelvin, and the symbol which used to represent that temperature is a K. Length, in terms of meters, you use the unit, and the small m is the symbol that represents the unit of length. Small m and small kg will represent the symbol of mass, and the kilogram is the unit of that quantity. Next, when you move on to the fourth one, weight, the unit of that weight is Newton, and the letter that we use to represent that one is N, capital N. Next, volume, the cubic meter or meter cube. Density, kilogram per cubic meter or kg per meter cube. Pressure, it's a Pascal or PA. So you have learnt all these things in your previous class itself. So it is very much needed in order to understand or to solve the questions which are appeared in your exercise, that means in textbook exercise. So in order to answer that, we must know all these things also. Let us recall what we have learnt about the temperature conversion in in a 6th standard and 7th standard. So how to convert the degree Celsius to a Kelvin, and then Kelvin to Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit to degree Celsius, like that. So by using these statements we can easily understand and we can easily convert the things into a different scales, that means in a different temperature scales, into a different temperature scale. And also we have to recall what is atmosphere, and one atmosphere is equal to how much to Pascal, that you can observe here, and one atmosphere is equal to 1.01 into 10 to the power of 5 Pascal it is equal. So what is atmospheric pressure? For that also you will get the definition here. What is atmospheric pressure? The pressure of air in the atmosphere is called as a atmospheric pressure. So these are the things we have to recall in order to answer this year first chapter exercise questions. Let us observe some questions, extra questions, which will make us to solve the exercise questions easily. Here is the two problems are there. One is here we are asking to convert the Kelvin, that temperature which is in Kelvin scale to Celsius scale. First one is 300 Kelvin, that you have to convert into a degree Celsius. For that you have to use the that formula. So K is equal to C plus 273, that means 273. When you are converting to a Celsius means C is equal to degree, C is equal to that Kelvin plus Kelvin minus 273 you have to do. The same thing we have used here and converted that 300 Kelvin temperature to 27 degrees Celsius. That means when the temperature at Kelvin scale, if it is 300, in Celsius scale the temperature of that substance will be 27 degrees Celsius. Similar manner I have solved that second question also, and have converted 573 Kelvin into 300 degree Celsius. That means Kelvin scale to Celsius scale. So in this way you have to solve some problems in exercise. And also here one question is there, looking at the temperature we have to say the state of a water. So above 100 degree you can easily say that the water is in vapor state, that means water vapor state. and 100 degree, at 100 degree the conversion of water liquid state to gaseous state will start to takes place. You can say that it will be in a water state only. So that is the answer that we have to tell. And another one question which will comes to our mind regularly. So for any substance, why does temperature remains constant during the change of state? Yes, this question can be answered by with the concept of that latent heat of fusion and latent heat of evaporation concepts. Based on that concepts only, they have asked this temperature, because with the increase of temperature, more number of particles get enough kinetic energy to go into the vapor state. Hence, the temperature remains constant during the change of the state. So that means whatever the temperature that we are going to supply to convert the state, at a particular moment, what happens, that the temperature, increasing temperature will stop, so that temperature whatever it is supplying at the time, no, that will absorb to convert their state. So that's why we can see this type of constant in the temperature at a particular stage where the changes of states will takes place. Okay, let us move on to the next question. Why does a desert cooler in hot areas we will use more cooler, no, that cooler cool better on hot dry days? See, this is the question which makes us to think that desert cooler cool better on a hot dry day. Why? More. Why? Because the particles of liquid in deserts cooler absorbs energy from the surrounding to regain the energy lost during evaporation. In summer, this is fast. Hence, the desert cooler cool better in a hot dry days. So you can observe in a desert places, when you visit some Rajasthan like that places, no, we can feel this type of changes. So the cooler will cool the air of a room more faster than the in a hot dry day than the winter season. Next question. How does water kept in an earthen pot, that means matka, what we call it as, no, becomes cool during summer? Water loses its temperature through small pores present in the pot. Hence, in an earthen pot, that means in matkas, the water becomes cool during the summer. These are the common questions that we are observing in our daily life. So you have to be you have to be in a position to answer these after knowing about the concepts which are present in the chapter first. So depending on that things only, they are asked these type of questions. Next, why does our palm feel cold when we put some acetone or a petrol or perfume on it? You know that the temperature of the body will going to be observed in order to evaporate the petrol or a perfume. So due to that, due for that evaporation process, that temperature when it start to observe, so we feel coolness in that particular place where the petrol or a perfume falls on it. Because that answer you have to write like this: because the petrol or perfume loses their temperature and gain energy by using from the surrounding air. This is the answer that you have to write it for this type of questions. Why are we able to sip hot tea or milk faster from a saucer rather than the cup? Usually, you used to drink tea and milk, any hot tea, coffee, or milk, no, you used to drink in a cup and saucer. So when we use it hotels, no, mainly there you can see the use of they are using cup and saucer to serve the coffee, tea, or a hot milk. So when you pour that coffee or a tea or any hot drinks into the saucer, definitely we'll see within a fraction of minutes it will get cool. So that only they are asking why it is happening like that. Because in a saucer, the surface is broader comparing to the cup. Yes, definitely the diameter of the area is more in a saucer than the cup. And here, rate of evaporation is greater. So that's why hence we are able to sip hot tea or a milk faster from the saucer rather than a cup. So this is the answer. Yes, these things also we are seeing in our everyday life. So this type of questions are we have to be answered after knowing about the matter surrounding us, the nature of matter surrounding us. And common question from the first standard itself, you start to answer this type of questions. What type of clothes should we wear in summer? Yes, definitely the small kid also will be able to answer. A cotton cloth we like to wear in a summer. Why? If they ask why, then they are not in a position to answer. But now you are in a position to answer that type of questions. Why you like to wear cotton cloths in summer? Because cotton absorbs heat quickly. Cotton absorbs very heat quickly and evaporate and helps to cool our body. That's why we like to wear cotton cloths in a summer. See, these are the questions. So it will make a sense to absorb the particles in the matter. So next, depending on these questions, there are some questions that they are given in a exercise, textbook exercise. Let us discuss one by one. Convert the following temperature to Celsius scale. Here 293 Kelvin they have given, that you have to write it into at a Celsius scale. That means what will be the temperature in Celsius scale. If it is 293 in Kelvin scale, means you have to minus that from a 273 Kelvin, then you will get a Celsius scale measurement in a Celsius scale. So here I have done 293 Kelvin minus 273 Kelvin will give 20 degrees Celsius. Next, B. In the similar manner, I have minused that 470 by 273. Then I got the answer 197 degree Celsius. So in this way, you have to write the Celsius scale temperature in what will be the temperature in Kelvin scale, or what will be the temperature in Fahrenheit scale. That direct conversion you have to learn. So this type of questions you are going to face in CET exams or any entrance exam when you are joining to a different courses related to science. So you must know about these things. Yes, this is very much needed. And then second question. So at what temperature, what is the state of that particles that you have already learned? So at 25 degrees Celsius, what is the state of water? Or you can say that here convert the following temperature to a Kelvin scale also they will convert. See, if it is, that means it is vice versa. There in first question you have learned that we have converted Kelvin to Celsius. Here Celsius to Kelvin. There you are minused. But here you have to plus that 273. So by doing that, if the temperature is 25 degrees Celsius in Celsius scale, then in Kelvin scale it is 298 Kelvin. And in if 373 degrees Celsius in Celsius scale, then the temperature of the same substance in Kelvin scale 646 Kelvin. So in this way you have to convert the values. Depending on this tricks, you can convert easily without the help of any scales. Okay. Yes. Next, third question in your textbook. They are asking reason why naphthalene balls disappears with the time without leaving any solid. Yes, you have seen that one. See, when you kept it in a open air, no, that naphthalene balls get start to decrease their sizes. That means there you can see that one. Why it is happening like that? Because naphthalene changes its state from solid to gaseous matter. Hence it disappears with time without leaving any solids. Next question. We can get the smell of perfume sitting several meter away. Yes, you have read this example in related to in a diffusion chapter, because due to the diffusion or Brownian that experiment motion of particles. So that is the best example, that this is the best example for that concepts. So for that question, if you have to write like this: because of particles of perfumes diffuse in the air with a higher speed and reaches our nose. Let us move on to the fourth question. See, here they have given some substances: water, sugar, oxygen, that you have to arrange in increasing order of their force of attraction between the particles. So if you are having thorough knowledge about molecular arrangements in solid, liquid and gaseous, within a fraction of a second you can answer yes, the molecular force is very more in solid substance than the water, than the liquid substances, than the gaseous substance. So with based on that idea, you can easily arrange these substances which depending on the force of attraction between the molecules. First one, yes, sugar, it is in solid state, water, it is in liquid state, and oxygen, which is the best example for gaseous substances. So based on their force of attraction between the particles, the sugar comes in first position, water comes in like a second position, and oxygen comes in third position. So in this way they will give some other substance and they will ask you to arrange them in a increasing order, decreasing order, based on the force of attraction. Okay children, now let us move on to the fifth question that is in your question exercise textbook. What is the physical state of water at 25 degrees Celsius? See, what is the physical state? There are three main states we can observe on Earth: solid, liquid, and gaseous. So, if at 25 degree, what is the state of water? Yes, definitely you can say that at 25 degree, between 1 degree to 99 degree, it is in a liquid state only. 0 degree, it is in solid state, that means in the form of ice. At 100 degree, it start to evaporate, that means water vapors in the form of a water vapors. Let us move on to the other thing. Question number 6. There also they are asking the reason water at the room temperature is liquid. Yes, already you know that water is a best example for a liquid state. That means between 1 degree to that what you call that 99 degree. So it is always licensed a liquid state. Why? Yes, it is correct because the temperature of the room is lesser and so there is no changes of state of water, hence it is liquid at the room temperature. This answer is based on the latent heat of fusion. While explaining the latent heat of fusion, we have discussed about these things. Okay, next, and also pressure is low. So when we are thinking about the pressure, so we can say that the pressure is very low at that state. It means room temperature. For these type of information related to latent heat and also pressures, you can watch it in a part 1 video which is related to matter around us. So there you will get the detailed explanation regarding these examples. So next question. An iron almirahs, that means Godrej beads, no? That iron almirahs is a solid at room temperature, definitely. See, that is the solid temp because that is temperature due to the less in temperature, and pressure is also very low. Due to that reason only the solid substances are, that means like iron, all metals and other substances like metal, that substances are at room temperature. Metals are always in a solid state at room temperature. That you have to write it. Okay, next move on to the next question. Question number 7. Why is ice at 273 degree, Kelvin? Means 273 Kelvin means it is equal to 0 degree Celsius. More effective in cooling than water at the same temperature. Because at 0 degree, particles of water have more energy comparing it to water at the same temperature. Question 8. What produces more severe burns, boiling water or steam? Means in boiling water, between boiling water and steam when we are discussing, so which produces more severe burn? You can say that Steam causes severe burn compared to boiling water. That is the answer you have to tell. Next, ninth question. See, this neat diagram helps us to explain the heating process, cooling process, sublimation, and also so many things we can explain here. Depending on the arrow mark, what they have given, so we can what we are going to use to convert any solid substance into a liquid substance. We are going to use heat. That means A represents heating process. Even while converting liquid into gas also, there also we are going to use heat. That means B represents heating. Suppose if you want to convert gaseous substance to a liquid state, that substance from gaseous to liquid state, we have to cool that, no? So we can say that C represents cooling. In the similar manner, D represents cooling. And the arrow mark where we can see that solid to gas directly, it is when, no, that E represents sublimation, and F represents and sublimation, or we can say that desublimation also. Sometimes some of them are going to use that word. Okay, next, see, next, after additional to these questions, generally the peoples are going to ask this question in our everyday life. First question already you have answered, we are answered. Why should we wear cotton clothes in summer? Because the cotton cloths very good heat absorbers. That's why we are wearing cotton cloths. And second question, mention the advantages of C and G. C represents compressed, N represents natural, and G represents gaseous. Compressed natural gas. What is the use of this one? Because due to the high compressibility, large volume of gas can be compressed into a small cylinder, and they are easy to transport from one place to another place. That is the best advantage of this CNG. And you can say that it is also eco-friendly compared to the LPG gas or petroleum products. Next question, why do we see water droplets on the outer surface of the glass containing ice cold water? Yes, you can answer like the water vapors present in air on coming in a contact with the cold glasses of water, it loses energy and gets converted to the liquid state. Yes, this way you can easily answer if you understand the each and every points which comes in matter or surrounding us, in our surrounding. So these are all the things that we are seeing in our everyday life. I hope you have understood by this video how you have to answer, in what way you have to answer, why type of questions, and the applications questions related to the matter in our surrounding. Keep watching these videos related to science chapters in Guru Renuka Sudha A R channel. Thank you.